Unbelievable, it's happening. Northern youth exposes Buhari and the Senate. In case you're not aware, majority of them in that area are from the northern part of the country. It says they borrow and borrow, claiming they spend it on us. Why they use it for themselves, spend peanuts for the country. I mean, these are normal youths. These are normal youths. The northern youth that are saying Buhari is a suspect. Is a real suspect. He goes ahead borrowing and borrowing. Come and tell us, give us, ambiguous statement that they have been borrowing and they're spending it for the country. But really, truly speaking, the money they are borrowing and the money they are spending is for themselves. It's not for the country. It's not for us. Okay, it's all lies. Please do not forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. They borrow and borrow, claiming that they spend the money on us. But really, truly speaking, they share it among themselves and spend it on themselves. Garuba, Adamu Garuba, a former senator and a member of the All Progressive Congress, was on his Facebook account talking about the government and their borrowing habits. In his Facebook page, Adamu Garuba, who is an APC chieftain and a northerner, says that the government borrow and borrow, and they claim they spend it on the people, yet nothing can be substantially seen. From where we are now, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening whatsoever. Nothing is happening in the country. The country is in agile poverty and things are getting worse. And now they want the people to pay for it. This is absurd. They have borrowed, they've shared the money, and they want Nigerians to pay. Adamu Garuba agreed that the country has to pay its debts, but can we trust these people with our votes again? They say they need us to vote. When 2023 comes, they want us to vote for them again. Nigerians, we must be wise. We cannot keep the same people. I am surprised because he's speaking very contradictorily to his own party, to his own people, to his very own self. Do you see where we are coming from? Exactly. He said, I think the government are retarded over and over again. They borrow money and they think we are not wise and we don't know what we want to do. They keep borrowing money. They borrow and they said it wants to be used for infrastructure to boost the economy. And it's like a thing that if a chicken walk across, the thing cannot even stand. They do substantial things. We might not be seeing the results, but what we know is that the borrowing that the government is doing, they should show us what is being used for. Otherwise, they will have no choice but to really get them to explain to us what all this borrowing is all about. So my wonderful people, this is what is going on. These people continue to borrow, and it's a northern youth that is coming out, an APC chieftain, saying that the government of today borrow, they continue to borrow, and they are deceiving Nigerians, that what they are doing, they are building infrastructure that even if a fox walks on the very infrastructure, is all gone. The roads they said they are doing, the roads are not, are no roads. The roads are no roads. Nothing particular is working. It's all in shambles. Yeah, they tell us that they are doing something worthwhile. Listen, Nigerians, it's time for us to rise up. This is the North now acknowledging. Okay, I'm surprised. At times, they act like, people who, when they speak, sometimes you begin to wonder, is it the same people or is just another set of people again? Is it, this is Adamu Garuba, who was once a senator, and sometimes he speaks for the North, sometimes he goes against them, and this is one of those times where he has gone against them, especially with the whole borrowing spree that they continue to do, that these things, are not worthwhile, and there's nothing coming up from all the borrowing. They borrow, they tell us they are borrowing, but we know that the borrowing is not for Nigerians. They are borrowing for themselves. They are, doing these things for themselves, and, and there is nothing particularly coming out. Nigerians, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up and for us to ensure, that these things come out to the open and everybody is aware of what is really going on. If we don't stand up to the truth and we continue to lie to ourselves, then we're not, we're not positioning ourselves very well, and we're not selling ourselves very well and positioning very well so that we can get some liberty from this very current administration. It's a northerner that is saying, the borrowing is too much. Everybody's rising up and saying the borrowing is unheard of. They continue to borrow. They continue to borrow, and they lie to us. They continue to borrow and they are lying to us. The borrow continues every now and again. In case you're not aware, Buhari is planning to borrow even more again. Okay, Buhari is planning to borrow even more. It's planning to borrow even more again, in case you're not aware. It's planning to borrow even more again. So this is what they do. And guess what? The federal government continue to the arms of government that should be putting him in check are not doing that. They allow him to borrow. They allow him to borrow again and again, and nobody's saying anything. Everybody is quiet. Everybody allows him. He goes scot-free with the borrowing. No word is being said. Nothing is being done. They borrow. They just, So these are some of the things going on, and that's why you'll be surprised. Some of those things that are going on. You'll be surprised. Some of those things that are happening. Listen, Nigerians, it is time for us to really, if we can work together, if we can team up, we can actually push bad eggs out of government. But the truth of the matter is we are not united. If we can be united, we can stand up together and we can truly, rise up and say, this is enough. We don't want this set of people again. And if our votes really count and we are getting truth and transparency, I don't think some of these things will happen again. But where we have a government and a people, and where we have, some people, we are all divided. Some are saying, I'm for this person, I'm for TPP, I'm for that, and for that. This is some of the things that go on. There is no truth, there is no honesty, and it's all lies. It says all lies. To a large extent, you begin to wonder to yourself, what exactly is going on here? What exactly is happening? The more you look at it, the more you are wondering. How did we get in here for the first, the very first, in the first instant, how did we get here? So when you look at it, you understand that truly, really speaking, all we need is just God, because most of those people, truly speaking, do not have anything sincere, really, really truth to offer. It's all lies. It's all covered up in lies. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please do not forget to like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button. God bless you. Have a lovely and a fantastic day. From us, it's bye for now.